Facilitated diffusion. So basically it is one of the four methods of moving particles across the membrane. And the direct definition is the process where channels help particles to pass through the cell membrane from high to low concentration. And ions and other particles that cannot diffuse between phospholipids can pass within or out of the cell if there are channels through the plasma membrane. So as you can see in the picture, this is plasma membrane and the channels are here, and then you can pass through. And the channels are holes with narrow diameters with walls consisting of proteins. And diameter and the chemical properties ensure that there is one type of particle pass through. So it's either sodium ion or potassium ion, and it cannot be both.
Now that we talked about what facilitated diffusion is, we're going to talk about a very common example of it, which is facilitated diffusion of potassium axons. This all occurs through nerve impulses. A nerve impulse is basically a rapid movement of potassium and sodium ions across the axon membrane. These rapid movements happen through facilitated diffusion. Now you're probably wondering what an axon membrane is. An axon membrane is a protective layer, basically a sheath for biochemical transmissions within the cell. These rapid nerve impulses happen through sodium and potassium channels. These channels are extremely specific and only let potassium and sodium through them. An example is the potassium channel, which is voltage gated. Basically, it is only open for ions to pass through when there's more positive charge inside than outside the axon. The potassium channel is an extremely special example. It is made of 4 subunits of proteins. At narrowest, a potassium channel is 0.3 nanometers wide. Potassium ions are originally slightly smaller than 0.3 nanometers, but when they dissolve, they become bonded to a shell of water molecules. This basically means that he is too big to pass through the channel. So the bond must break between him and his water molecule shell. Instead, the potassium ion creates a bond, which is temporary with amino acids. This means that it is less than 0.3 nanometers and able to pass through its channel. After it passes through the channel, it rebonds with its water molecule shell. And that is facilitated diffusion of potassium in axons. Thank you for watching!